to induct Terry and Dory Funk as a Hall of Famer in his own right, please welcome Texas's own, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
What a magical night we have upon us. When you talk about Dory Funk and Terry Funk, there's so much to say. Dory Funk held the world's heavyweight title for 4 long years, the only man to hold that title at any length of time, because that was the great Luthez. Still today, he captivates a young audience of learning the ways of the world and sports entertainment. He truly, in his era and his day, Dory Funk was called what they called in the Old West a shootist. And it's a great honor to even talk about him. Terry Funk, now is another story. You know what I'm talking about? Terry Funk, myself, has stood across the ring from each other about 3,000 times. So many bruises and bumps. So many times I was left like I was wasted away. But what was always true about Terry Funk, he brought the fight to you. Before it was fashionable to call ourselves ECW, before Tommy Dreamer stepped up and made ECW a name and a household around the world, Terry Funk was extreme. Even at a young age in our entertainment world, as we call it now, Terry Funk excelled. Also, world's heavyweight champion. They rode out of West Texas on 2 horses and captivated a whole nation, captivated a whole continent. Went all the way international to Japan, where they erected statues of these 2 men. They were legendary. You call them icons. They're national treasures, both of them. When I think about the years that we have spent on the road together, across from each other, and Terry Funk and Dory Funk calling me an egg-sucking dog. Jesus. But at least he can still call it, you know what I'm saying? But the bottom line, I thought a long time about these 2 guys, and the respect I have for them, and the respect they have for all of you, the fans. And I said to myself, you know, that's right. I said, I wonder who's going to be around to take us all home when these 2 cowboys are gone. One is shootist. The other one, the last surviving outlaw in captivity. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to welcome to the class of 2009, the Hall of Fame, Dory and Terry, the Funks.
After an intro like that, I'll never call him an overbearing, obnoxious, egg-sucking dog again.
To all my wrestling fans who have supported me throughout my career, this great sport, professional wrestling, has been my life. My father, Dory Funk Sr., was my trainer. In 1969, when I won the NWA World Championship, Dad said to me, son, if you never do anything else, You have now accomplished the best a man can do. I have wrestled over 10,000 matches. I have been slammed to the wrestling mat over 100,000 times. I have driven 2 million miles to make my shots, and I have flown 3 million miles. On hundreds of occasions, I have wrestled 2 matches in the same day. I have wrestled over 330 matches a year, year after year. If I had the chance, would I do it all over again? In a New York minute, you bet I would. I love professional wrestling. I love working with young talent in this business and watch them achieve their goals in professional wrestling. Many people I need to thank. I need to thank the promoters who have paid me, my peers who have put me over, my family who have sacrificed for me to be at the top in professional wrestling, the doctors, including my son, who have kept me going strong, the attorneys who have saved me over and over, both of my wives who have given their fare for my life in professional wrestling. I need to thank the Guerrero family from El Paso, Texas. The Hart family. And the man I beat for the World Championship, Gene Kiniski. I want to thank my children for being here. Dory the third, Doris, Penny, Adam, David, and 5 grandchildren. The 25th anniversary of WrestleMania features 6 wrestlers I have had the privilege of coaching on their way to becoming superstars. Edge, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, Mark Henry, Christian, and Mickey James. I owe a debt of gratitude to my wife and lover, Marty Funk, her parents, John and Betty McKinley, my mother, Dorothy Culver Funk, my brother, Terry Funk, the Briscoe brothers, Wahoo McDaniel, Keiji Muto, president of All Japan Pro Wrestling. If you'll go to my website, dory-funk.com, I'll have much more to say. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey, I want to thank my family for sticking with me through the thick and thin. I want to thank my wife, Vicki. You're the love of my life. You gave me the greatest gifts I could ever have, my 2 daughters, Brandy and Stacy. Dadgummit, they're my rodeo champs, they're my ranch hands, and I love you girls to death. Just want you to know that. My son-in-law, Kelly, my son-in-law, Jason, they're great dads, and my grandchildren, Daniel, Champ, and Bella the Beautiful. They want to be WWE superstars someday, but they have to get an education first. There's no room for dummies in the WWE, and I can grant you that. You've got to be multifaceted. You got to have sense. So you kids out there, get that education. This is for my brother, my father, my mentors, my peers, for ECW. And for the guys that have done me favors in the ring. The credit belongs to the wrestler in the ring whose face is marred by blood, sweat, dust, and dirt, who strives valiantly, errs, and comes up short again and again, who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, and spends himself for a worthy cause, and who at worst fails while daring greatly. So his place will never be with those cold and frigid souls who know not victory nor defeat. Man, that was written by a wrestler from the past, one I would have liked to step in the ring with. That was Theodore Roosevelt. During our careers, Junior and I wrestled hundreds and hundreds of wrestlers. We danced to capacity crowds. We danced to sparsely filled arenas. We danced our best, night after night, week after week, month after month, year after year. For 40 years we danced. Now, the music's died. The bell rings no more. They say you're as old as you feel. Well, I feel 105 and I'm ready to go. Don't bury me on the lone prairie, no sirree. I want to go to heaven in a wrestling ring. And I'm going to park that ring just beyond the moon, halfway to the stars. And we're going to have a universal battle royal that goes on for eternity. And I'm going to invite all my rowdy wrestling friends to come up there. And I'm going to invite all of you rowdy wrestling fans to meet me up there. Heck, in heaven, every seat's front row ringside. In heaven, remember, though, it's BYOB. In heaven, remember that it's a great place to be, and I'm going to be out front just as soon as this show is over, and I'm going to be peddling tickets to every one of you. And I want to thank you so much. Adios. We love you guys. We love you. You're damn right. Stand it up, yes.